What's good, everybody? This is Ryan Johnson with MoneyBass.com. Uh-oh, little delayed effect right there. What is going on, everybody? Really appreciate you for tuning in this evening. Rolling in here, getting this thing started. Every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern is when we get together live in the studio. You guys have seen that thumbnail that we have and the title of this evening's video, but you guys know how we do things over here. We kind of change it up. So we always kind of relate it back to the angler. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to discuss Ben Milliken just a little bit, but then we're going to kind of transition that over to how does that affect you? Does it affect anything that you're doing as far as tournament fishing, fun fishing, or whatever you do out there on the fishing scene in the fishing world? All right, so I want to give a big shout out to the Money Team. Really appreciate you guys for tuning in tonight, and also have to give a big shout out to the Facebook crew. Just bear with me real quick. Let me just double check over here, make sure the Facebook crew is live and in action. And all right, there we go. Shout out to the Facebook crew. You guys are live and in action. You can go ahead and feel free to hop into the chat. So what we do here is meet each week, Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. But if you have been following this channel, you know that in the past maybe 10 days, 14 days, let's say 14 days, out of the past 14 days, I've probably been live. I would guess and say maybe about 10 days. What do you guys think? What do you think in the chat? How many days out of the last 2 weeks, 14 days, would you guess and say that I have been live? Live in the studio, but mostly out on the water. I've been changing things up a little bit, and it seems like it's something that you guys, you like, because of the feedback that I'm getting, the responses and everything. And that is also something that we're going to get into. So the basis of this live stream is we're going to talk about, let me just share my screen real quick. Let me pull it right on up so we can get straight into the meat of the program. Also, real quick, before we get rolling, drop a 1 in the chat. Just want to make sure you guys can hear me, because I have been known to have a few technical difficulties at times. All right, so let's see. Let me go ahead and get this ready. Share the screen. All right, there we go. Hustle never sleep. Really appreciate it. Glad to see you in the live stream. I think you've been out on a few of the on the water lives also. So really appreciate you changing up and coming over here and checking us out in studio. And like I said, we get together each week, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. Eastern, are the in studio live streams. Go ahead and move my cup out of the way just a little bit. All right, so let me just share my screen. All right, there we go. So that is the star of the evening. We're going to talk about Ben Milliken just a little bit. But like I said, we're going to transition that over into discussing, what are your thoughts on the overall, just fishing in general? What is it that you are fishing for? What is it that you're fishing for? And just a quick breakdown. What we do each week is we are very live and interactive. I know a lot of you are familiar with the format. I'm very interactive with the chat, and also I drop a live call-in link, and what that does is allow you guys, the viewers, to come up on the screen. We'll do a quick audio check and just make sure you're cammed up, meaning your camera is on. I can pull you up, let you discuss, or just let us know what your opinions or thoughts are on the topic that we're covering. Then I'll drop you down, move on to the next person. And we also do live polls, and these polls are basically to gauge the room. And what that does is just kind of gives us an idea of who is watching. What are your thoughts on certain things within the fishing industry? All right, so let's go ahead and get the first poll up and running. And for that first poll, let's see. All right, so we're going to do this first poll. So the first poll is going to be, I just want to know, what is it from your point of view? Why is it that you fish? Some people fish for the accolades that come along with it. Some people fish for money. Of course, that's one of the main things I hear a lot of people saying, is that they fish for money. But are you really making money when you're doing it? All right, but let's get this poll up and running real quick. Okay, all right, so just bear with me. Again, this is a live show, so I have to do a little work, follow up with the chat and all that good stuff. So why do you fish? All right, so let's go with the first option that a lot of people, and this is on the doesn't necessarily have to be on the tournament side, but if you do fish tournaments, a lot of people may say money, so we'll put that first. So we'll put money, and then so let's see, since of achievement is another thing that people fish for. So let me see. All right, there we go. Sense of achievement. And let's see in the chat, what are some other options that you would want to see on this poll to find out? And obviously, there's some people out there that fish for fun. There we go. So we'll just put fun. You're just out there fishing for fun. So you're not into all of that competitive side of things. And then the last one that we'll go with is food. How many of you out there are fishing for food? And so what I have been doing lately with the content that I've been putting out, it has been reaching out to a very wide, very large audience. So there are some people that don't even know about competitive fishing. And every time they see me catch something, they're like, what are you going to do with that? Are you going to eat it? We're seeing you putting them back. What is going on with that? All right, so that poll is live and in action. So like I said, this is just to gauge the room. I want to see who we have viewing and who's going to be chiming in on the topics that we have. All right, so the question that we have, it is in the comment section. So make sure you guys participate in this. The more feedback we get from the chat, the better the live streams are. Like I said, we're very live and interactive. So why do you fish? For money, sense of achievement, whether that's winning or just, trying to see where you fall in the scheme of things. Let's say it's 100 boats and maybe you finish in 20th place and you're like, hey man, I'm at the top 20. So, I feel good about that. So you want some type of sense of achievement or awards. Fun fishing where, hey, like you guys saw me out there doing today, it was definitely a lot of fun. I will be back out there tomorrow too. So make sure you have subscribed to the channel if you are not already subscribed, so you will receive the notification of what time I'll be out there, maybe around 9ish, 10 o'clock, maybe closer to the 10 o'clock range. 10 a.m. Eastern is when I'll be back out there, guys. All right, so now I have my screen shared, and what I wanted to discuss is the question, why do you fish? So, another thing I need to know, maybe I should have put this one first, but who follows Ben Milliken? And then just go ahead and let's put this one in the chat. Who follows Ben Milliken? And if you do you know him more from the YouTube side of things or from fishing the elites or the opens or from the professional side of fishing? Which side do you know Ben Milliken more from? So for me, my answer would be from YouTube. So I had been following him for years. And then I heard that he was going to kind of step it up, if you want to call it, into the professional realm. So, yeah, so in the chat, just go ahead and drop that in there. I'll be in the chat in just a minute. But what is now happening because of so many things that have been going on in the fishing industry? It's been a lot going on, guys. Let me just pull something up real quick, just to give people an overview. All right, hold on, just bear with me. Like I said, this is a live show. All right, here we go. Get that in there. All right. All right, here we go, guys. All right, just bear with me. I'm just going through a few things. So there's some clips that I want to show you guys, and I'm just getting those queued up. So make sure you continue to get active in the poll, because once I get that up, I definitely want to go over that with you guys. All right, let's see. Oh, did I put it in here? All right, there we go. All right, and I'm checking that poll, guys. I see you guys are getting active in the poll, and it's pretty interesting. I see some pretty interesting comments in there, so that's nice. That's good. That's good. All right, so for those that don't know, Ben Milliken is a famous YouTuber with over 569,000 subscribers that turned his sights to fishing the highest level in competitive bass fishing. So he started off with YouTube, and then, maybe he wanted to do something a little different. So maybe it was a sense of achievement, or maybe it was for promotions, because of course he is a business owner also, that a lot of us, in the fishing industry, we know about that side of things too. He qualified in record time, accomplishing things that others have spent an entire career chasing and never accomplished. He is now on the fence after a tumultuous season that was full of drama, not necessarily on his part, but the industry in general. Anglers cheating, sharing information, failing lie detector tests, anglers turning anglers in for rules violations. It was tough. It was rough. I know a lot of you guys know what I'm talking about. And the anglers realizing that they are nothing more than expendable 1099 employees. That is what we started hearing this year, that those anglers, they may think that they're in partnership in a sense, but they're really 1099 employees is what a lot of them begin saying. All right. So is this what you thought competitive bass fishing was? What are your thoughts? How does this affect you? And most of all, why do you fish? So make sure you are answering that poll question, because I will be coming back to that. And actually, let's just take a quick look at it right now. Why do you fish? 0% of you have said money. Now, that is surprising, because I have been asking people this question for over a year, and the numbers did kind of change, because at first, the first thing somebody would say that if they're fishing tournaments, hey, I'm fishing for money. I'm fishing for money. My next question that I would ask is, how much have you won? And they'll quickly tell you their winnings, but then how much did you spend to get that $500 check, or that $200 check, or even that $2,000 check? How much did you spend to get that? All right, so we have 0% of you are saying that you fish for money. Sense of achievement is 23%. For fun is 68%. The numbers, I'm telling you guys, things have changed. This season, well, this year, maybe this year and last year have really changed some things. Some have changed a lot of things. I'm just kind of glancing at the chat. I'll be in the chat in just a second, guys. All right, and then food, we're saying 9%. I thought that was going to be a little higher too, based on the number of questions that I get whenever I'm out there on the water. But let's just listen in and see what Ben Milliken had to say about the, from a YouTuber to fishing the elites, which is basically the highest level of competitive bass fishing that you can reach. And like I said, he did something that some people spend their career chasing and weren't able to accomplish. But now he may not be there next year. Let's just see. Let's listen in and see what he had to say. I'll just play a quick snippet of this, and then we'll hop right back into some other stuff, guys. All right, so let's listen in.
I want to kind of think about this, and before I share my thoughts, and I just want to, speak from the heart what I'm talking about here, and give you guys my opinion. And it's just my opinion. I'm not bashing anyone at Bass or anyone over there, but it's the reason why people have asked me if I'm fishing the Elite Series at all next year. And I still don't know what I'm going to do next year. I'm not just saying that because I want to, make some big announcement. Honestly, I probably won't announce what I'm going to be fishing next season on the Elite Series. On next season, if it's the Elite Series or whatever, or if I'm fishing any tournaments at all. But
all right, so all he's doing is just kind of running through it in his head while he is taking the boat wrap off of the boat that he was fishing in for this 2024 season. All right, so let's listen in and just see what his thought process is.
For those of you guys that followed along, the thing that's drove me the most crazy about it is this information rule stuff that went down. And most of you, or some of you, probably know what I'm talking about, but let me explain for those who don't. So forever in my time following the Elite Series, and really, since I think the early 2010s, the Elite Series has had a no information rule, which means you cannot get any information once the schedule is announced. That's it. You can't get any information. And that's the way that all the anglers, or 95% at least of the anglers, feel that it should be, because they, everyone wants the most fair playing field. And in theory, people that have a bigger following or more financially able could buy waypoints, buy spots, buy guide trips, whatever.
All right. So basically what he's going over here, for anybody that's not familiar with it, with competitive bass fishing on a professional level, one of the main things that we as viewers and followers of that sport are thinking is that these anglers are going off of their own skill to go out and locate, find, and catch these fish. But what we have been finding out, I mean, social media has kind of opened up a huge window to allow us to see things that we may not have seen before. And like I said, that poll that I put up, the numbers on that have definitely changed. And let's just take a look again, because 0% of you guys are saying that you fish for money. Why do you fish? For money, 0%. Sense of achievement is 24%, and fun is 68%. 68% of you are saying that you fish for fun. 8% of you are saying that you fish for food. But let's just check, because remember, the polls are just a way to gauge the room. So I'm going to go ahead and end this poll, and I'm going to change this. And let's just see how many of you are competitive bass fishermen. And this is just going to be a simple yes or no. And this may kind of help us see maybe there aren't any tournament fishermen that are watching right now. And maybe that's why there's 0% that are saying they're fishing for money. But if so, then things have really, really changed. All right, so let's see. Do you fish? Let's see. Let's just say tournaments. And so, because some of you guys may fish crappy tournaments, bass tournaments, catfish tournaments, different things. So let's just keep it open. Do you fish tournaments? Because regardless of what type of tournaments you fish, you may be fishing for money. So do you fish tournaments? Yes and no. So that poll is live and in action in the chat. Like I said, make sure you guys continue to participate in these polls as they're put up. These are live polls. If you are catching us live, 8 p.m. Eastern every Tuesday, you can participate live in these polls. So that information can be taken into consideration whenever we're discussing things. And also, I will be in the chat in just a minute. I'm very interactive with the chat. And if anybody wants to chime in and, just drop an opinion, thought, or whatever they, want to talk about on the live stream, I drop a call-in link. So that's another thing that kind of sets things apart here, guys. All right, so that poll is up and running. Wow. Okay, wait a minute. So do you fish tournaments? You guys are just getting into it, but 68% of you are saying yes. Now, that is very surprising for 60. Wait a minute, 65%. It's moving around. But that, based on 0% of you saying that you do not fish for money, how has that changed so much? What do you guys think has changed that? All right. Let's see. Let's listen a little bit more to what Milliken has to say, and then I'm going to hop into the chat. I just got to stay in tune, stay in touch with you guys to see what you're thinking. All right. So hold on one second. Let me get that back up. All right. So here we go. Let's just continue listening in where he's talking about, what kind of has him second guessing whether he will or won't compete in the 2025 season.
And they would obviously have an advantage over the person that does not have the money to do those things, does not have the connections, so the network to do those things. And so it's been a great deal for the Elite Series. It's been kind of what I feel like one thing that sets the Elite Series apart from any other series is that high standard they've held themselves at. So Bassmaster comes out with, hi, Amy girl. Bassmaster comes out with the schedule for next season for the Elite Series, which I'm not going to make a lot of comments on it. I think it'll be a fun schedule for a lot of people. I don't know about myself, but I think it'd be fun for some people, and I always have fun fishing, but I think it's an okay schedule. But when they announced it, Bass also put in a little paragraph down there saying all information is now available for the Elite Series until January 1st. And so the reason that they switched it was we had a meeting, an all angler meeting, the Elite Series, in Champlain, right before the Champlain tournament. A lot of people know about this meeting we all had because it was a doozy.
Right.
It's like 5 hours long, and there was a lot of very interesting, to say the least, ideas proposed by anglers, mostly to find ways to make more money and how bass should be paying out more money, whatever.
All right. So you guys, I will put the link to this full video in the description. But the basis of this is to just kind of look at someone that doing the YouTube side of things and then transitioning over to the pro side of things. And now, even though he has major accomplishments, let me just show you guys something real quick. Let me just drop this down just so you can get an idea of some of the things that he has done. All right, let's see. Where is it at? Like I said, just bear with me. This is a live show, live and in action, guys. So if you are here Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, you are catching us live. You can participate in the live chat. You can also participate in the polls that are up and running. All right, so let me just blow this up a little bit. So this is who we're talking about. We're talking about Mr. Ben Milliken. And actually, maybe some of you remember, but he has actually been live on the show. We had a great time. Search MoneyBass, Ben Milliken. Go and watch. If you are a Milliken fan or just a fan of fishing, just watch that interaction, because the other thing is I dropped the call-in link, and you guys actually called in live and were able to speak to him, ask questions, talk about whatever topic that you wanted to talk about. He says, "Hey, I'm an open book. There's no there's no limitation. Just drop that link and let's talk to the people." So we had a great time with that. All right, so here we go. So hometown is currently in Texas. Birth date 1989. So he's kind of a youngin', I suppose. All right, so career stats. So this is what I was speaking about earlier. So, and how long has when did he switch to the pro side of things? Was that the 2024 season when he started fishing the opens? I think it was. But basically, so he has total tournaments right up here. Total tournaments 19, classic appearances 1. Now, there have been some people that have been competitive fishing for years and did not accomplish that. All right, so time in the money 11. So out of 19 tournaments, he was in the money 11 times. First place finishes 1. There are people who have been fishing for years and have not had a first place finish. So just to keep in mind, we're speaking about Ben Milliken because he came from the YouTube side of things, went to the tournament, the competitive professional level tournament side of things, and now he's considering stepping out of that that professional side of things. Another person that I follow is Kyle Welcher. I met him a few times, had some nice conversations. So he's another one that I knew from YouTube, but a lot of people did not know him from YouTube. They knew him from they know him from the elites or from the pro side of things. But I remember whenever he was, the wheels were turning and he was thinking in his head whether he was going to make that step, and he did it, and he's doing very, very well. Currently fishing the MPFL, and he fishes the elites, guys. All right, but let's just finish taking a look at this real quick, and then I'll drop it down. All right, so let's see. So at top 10 finishes, he has 5. Top 20, he has 5. Top 30 finishes, he has 9. Career winnings is $181,000. So he's definitely doing well on the on that elite side of thing. But the question that we're asking is, what are you fishing for? Some people are like I said, that first poll that we did, they're fishing for the money, they're fishing for the achievements, they're fishing for fun. And like he said, he's fishing for fun. Remember, he's already a business owner. Or some people use this as a platform to sell or further their business, which is really what I think. That's my opinion of what the fishing industry is. It's basically a platform for people to you can make a living being a professional fisherman by getting money through sponsorships and promoting companies' brands. So you can do that with making 0 tournament winnings, but you can make a living. Back in the day, it was a lot better than what it is now as far as being able to make a living from the tournament side of things. All right, so let's see. All right, let's go ahead and hop into the chat and see what you guys are thinking. What are your thoughts on this topic that we're talking about? All right, and one more thing. Let me get this banner up here. Want to give a big shout out to the sponsor of the last stream that we had. It was Bass for Him. It seems like it's been a minute because I don't think I was on the in studio live stream last week. I was on the water, I think like 4 or 5 times a week, but you guys followed along. A lot of people have been following along, and I have something that I want to show you guys. I mean, it may surprise a lot of people, but I've been working on some things, and it seems like it's been working out pretty well. All right, so let's hop into the chat and see if we can get caught up real quick. Want to give a big shout out to the Money Team. Those are the members of the channel. You will see that they have a badge right next to their name, like Stephen Wimpy. Shout out to Stephen Wimpy. He says, "What's good, bro? I'm back on." Oh yeah, he was out there watching me during the live on the water today. All right, I see some interesting comments in here, so we're gonna get to it. Hustle Never Sleep says he does some shaky stuff, but I do enjoy some of his content. Oh yeah. I mean, everybody has their favorites and their favorites and their least favorites and all that good stuff. I mean, just like any sport would. All right, let's see. All right, so Doug says if Ben Milliken is done, that is fine. Do not care. All he cares about is making YouTube content anyway. And that is kind of what we're talking about. For the individuals, whenever you're out fishing, a lot of people are saying that, remember, it was 68% saying that they're fishing for fun. So what do you think he was fishing for? He may have been fishing for fun or to promote his brand or it seems like it's a sense of achievement. And to me, he's achieved a lot in a short amount of time. All right, so let's see. What's going on? We have the burning season. Always getting active in the chat. Always has some interesting comments too, and been following along out on the water live streams. Having a great time doing that. I will see you guys tomorrow. Make sure you tune in. I will be on around 10 a.m. Eastern. We will be back out live, and I'll show you guys a clip from that too, just in case anybody is wondering what I keep referring to. But it is kind of a worldwide thing, guys. You'd be very surprised. People from India, Turkey. Where else did we have people? Finland, Ireland. Yeah, a little bit of everywhere, guys. All right, so let's see. I see you guys were hitting me with the one. The burning season. He says that I should be a politician. He says I keep avoiding his BFL question. All right, the burning season. Drop that BFL question in the chat, and I'll see if I can dodge around it again. I'm gonna be looking for it. All right, let's see. Shout out to Hustle Never Seat says, I have been watching the lives. Definitely have. I've seen you out there with me on the lake. All right, let's see. The burning season says the pro circuits are a joke reserved for the rich, plain and simple. So that is something that transition started coming about. And you heard him mention that people that have the funds can always go and pay to get guides and pay for information, all of those kind of things. And we saw that kind of being reeled back in a little bit as far as some of the limitations that are being put in the fishing industry. I think for the most part, the fans want things to get back down to the bare bones as close as possible. So it will be more of a skilled based event versus, learning technology, learning all of these things. But who can really go out there and just catch fish is what the anglers are kind of leaning towards from what I've been seeing a lot. All right, let's see. All right, Mask Off Fishing says, where is DL? That's goodness, Deshaun Peck Fishing. He says he wants a rematch. What we do out on the water whenever I'm doing the lives is as I'm catching fish, I hold those fish up. I even put them on the measuring board, and then I let the people that are viewing guess the weight of the fish that are being caught. If you guess the weight today, there was a bounty on that. So Mask Off Fishing, he was in the running to win the $5 payout for whoever guessed the weight of the fish. But him and another subscriber, they both guessed the same weight. So they had to do a what is it called? Tiebreaker. And to do the tiebreaker, I had to catch another fish. So I caught another fish and had them guess again. And Mask Off Fishing, he lost it. So he did not win the $10. So $10 went to the person who guessed the weight of that fish for today. And maybe we'll do the same thing tomorrow. So make sure you guys tune in for that. All right. So Tony says, I fish for sanity. All right. Good deal. And I mean, hey, a lot of people do that. I mean, that's how you can go out there, spend hours on the lake, get one bite, catch one fish or no fish. There's a lot of different things, emotions, the sights, the smells, just the activity itself that come along with that. And I think a lot of people are in tune with that. All right. And Clint Perry says, just love bass fishing. Stephen Wimpy, shout out to the Money Team, says mental health. It relaxes me. Man, but I am still surprised that none of you guys, nobody said that they fish for money, when that was like one of the main answers that you guys were giving me whenever I first started asking this question. I think a lot of that has to do with the things that has been exposed and put out there within social media. What do you guys think in the chat? Why do you think that there was 0% of you that are now saying that you fish for money? Nobody said they fish for money anymore. All right, so do you fish tournaments? Just taking a quick look at this poll, then I'm going to hop right back into the chat. Do you fish tournaments? 55% of you are saying yes, 45% of you are saying no. So we're almost, 50-50 on that. We're getting there. All right, the burning season says, I fish tournaments for the groupies. He fishes for the groupies. Speaking of that, were you watching the other day where we had, I can't remember, I know Steve Wimpy or somebody probably remembers, but we had somebody that was looking for love in the chat. So I said, hey, if we have any single anglers, go ahead and drop your locations and your age in the chat, because she was looking for a date. So yeah, you never know what fishing does out there, who it can bring together. All right, Hustle Never Sleep says definitely therapeutic. And I love crappie. All right, sounds good. All right, let's see. Let's just see how far behind we are in the chat. What I try to do when I get too far behind is I would just kind of speed through. And if we have a lot of members of the channel in the chat, I will bring up your responses, your messages in the comments and read through those and just kind of get through the comments pretty quick. All right, so shout out to DL Peck Fishing. There he goes. He is the winner of the day. He won $10 today by guessing the weight of the fish, of one of the fish that I caught. So we had to have a tiebreaker. It was a pretty good one. All right, let's see. Let's see what else we have going on in here. I see you, Table Rock Kid. So Table Rock Kid is not necessarily a fan of Milliken. But hey, it's like a melting pot. You have all kinds of different personalities and everything in there to make it, to make it a little spicy. You add a little fun to it. All right. So Tony said you left out sanity. I fish so I don't crash out. Yeah, you definitely do not want to crash out. All right. Run says fun, food, or a bit of cash if it. Okay. All right. If you can get some cash. All right. But that's a good order. All right. Clint Perry says, I'm not a pro fisherman. I will see y'all tomorrow. What's going on, Clint? Really appreciate you for tuning in. He's always active out there on the water, putting in some good guesses. I think Clint has won one or two of the challenges whenever he's guessing the weight. Uh-oh, look who we have, guys. We have LJ. LJ checking in. He said it's been a while. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. All right. Really appreciate you for tuning in. I'll be back out on the lake tomorrow. How have things been going? If you guys want a guide for Lake Lanier, if you want to go out there and catch numbers, if you want to go out there and catch some nice spotted bass and maybe a largemouth every now and then, make sure you holler at your partner LJ. We have James Harmon tuning in. But yeah, how have you been doing out there on the lake? You've seen me out there. Hopefully you've seen me out there once or twice, out there doing my thing, having some fun. I do a little more talking than fishing whenever I'm out there doing the lives, but it's all good. It's all fun. All right, so let's see. I'm just kind of going through here real quick, trying to get caught up in the chat. All right, so I see where you guys are saying that you know Milliken from the YouTube side of things. All right, so Clint Perry says, I'm a Randy soldier, but I enjoy a good family channel. There you go. There you go. Yeah, we've been definitely having some fun out there. Big shout out to Joe Winkler, one of the big dogs here on the MoneyBass channel. He says, Doug, knowing Ben as I do, trust me, Ben's love of bass fishing tournaments is at the highest level he can get to. Okay, so you're saying he's at the highest level. Okay, all right, good deal. Run says fishermen don't like that feeling we all started because we love that pull of that fish, the excitement. Oh yeah, we're out there for that tug. Got to feel that tap tap. All right, let's see. Run says the money is enticing. It's good old boys, as he said in a little bit. All right, so yeah, definitely. I mean, it's a network out there. You have to get in there and hopefully you can fit in someplace to kind of get some of that inside information at times. All right, let's see. Clint Perry said Keith Poche is the real deal. And of course, Randy, same deal. Oh, yeah, I like Keith Poche. You guys have seen, I put out a few videos about Keith Poche out there in the backwoods shooting snakes, cutting down trees and everything, going back there to catch some fish. So, yeah, so that would be a real exciting element if that got added, put back into the professional side of fishing. All right, so let's see. I'm still just kind of sliding through these comments real quick. Let's see what else we have. All right, so here we go. Tim's real-time fishing says, I fish tournaments for fun. Money is second. I need time to relax from work. I did find out years ago fishing is work. Yeah, it can be. I mean, I think fishing is really what you decide to make it because it can be work. It can be an easy day. I mean, you don't necessarily have to go out there and catch fish to enjoy the entire process. Some people just enjoy that process. Sometimes people go out there, drive around, cast a few times, sit down, eat lunch, just get away from things. So it's all good. All right, the burning season says pros will literally do anything to win, and trust me, they all get help and waypoints. Some even pay guys to make them brush pals. So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So the social media side of things has kind of exposed stuff that we did not know, in general, did not know that was going on. And I think it's kind of changed the mood of the of competitive fishing in a way. So what can you do? What can you do? All right, let's see what else we have going on. going on in here. I see you guys in the chat having some fun. Shout out to Spooky Reds. I see you. All right, Joe Winkler says last year he fished the opens. Okay, so yeah. So he did things to me in record time. Who else has accomplished that amount of stuff in that short amount of time? And yeah, coming from the YouTube side of things, and I'm kind of partial to YouTubers. That's why, like I said, I've been following Kyle Welcher. I've been following Ben Milliken for quite some time. So Kyle Welcher and I, that's how we kind of know each other, from the YouTube side of things, not necessarily the pro side, because I do not fish on the pro side of things. All right. So Run says, I like making lures because it sparks creativity along with being happy. People might try a little secret bait. Yeah, I mean, as you guys have seen, I get in here and I chop up baits, glue things together, all kinds of stuff. Sometimes it's just that feeling of an accomplishment whenever it's something that you have created. And I'm just kind of going through the chat. Some of them I'm breezing past. All right, Joe Winkler, what does he say? Ben actually promotes a company. He is a partner of 6 Cents Bait Company. That is correct. And I think that is one of the main things. So YouTube is a platform that is used to promote companies, promote businesses, and so is the fishing industry. So to me, I think it's kind of a business move, and I think that is in the end what will kind of drive his decision. Just depends though. Maybe he does want that sense of achievement of going higher up than what he currently has, but we'll see. We'll see. It is yet to be known. All right, let's see. I'm still kind of going through the chat. I do like to get active in the chat. And what I'll do, let's just drop the call-in link. I'm not sure if anybody wants to come up this evening, but we've been running for about 40 minutes. Let's go ahead and drop this call-in link. And for me, what I have found is, so I dropped that call-in link in the chat. If anybody just wants to come up, we put 2 poll questions up there. So maybe you want to go in depth about that a little bit so I can bring you up. Just make sure your camera is on and we'll do a quick audio check and let you speak on the topic just a little bit. But for me, what I have found is that it started off with being a sense of achievement. And then once I kind of got to a certain place where I felt, I no longer felt that extra competitive edge was needed to kind of prove certain things, it kind of started transitioning over to the fun side of things. And for me, that's what the YouTube side of things started providing for me. So I kind of started focusing on that, I would say, a lot more. And let me just drop some things down real quick. And that reminds me, the Battle of the Anglers. Who in here knows about the Battle of the Anglers? If you do, put the word battle in the chat. And I have to give credit where credit is due. Shout out to Barry, the Sabine King, is now a subscriber, a new member of the MoneyTeam. MoneyTeam, if you are in the chat, put Sabine King in the chat. If you guys could put Sabine King in the chat. I always want to give acknowledgement to people that are supporting the channel. Really, really appreciate it. We have some other MoneyTeam members in the chat. I know you guys saw DL Peck Fishing. What does he say? He says, hold on, the burning season. Wait your turn on the sponsorship. You guys are definitely getting active in the chat. I know a lot of you guys see each other from the different live streams when we're doing the live on the water. So yeah, make sure you guys continue to network. You never know who is in your neck of the woods, who's fishing the same tournaments, all of that good stuff. So we're just here to have a good time and just continue helping each other enjoy the time that we have out on the lake, because you never know what somebody is going through, whether it's financial issues or health issues that's preventing them from being able to get out and spend time on the water. So the time that we have to be out there, let's try to make it a good one. So, just helping people out, sharing different techniques, lures, and stuff like that. Some people may be going to a new lake and maybe you can help them out. Maybe they'll get out there, catch a few fish and come back and have a good report versus, man, I went out there and it was tough. I didn't catch anything. I went out there with my grandkid and we came back with a 0. And now he hates fishing. You don't want that. So yeah, maybe we can help each other out a little bit. All right. So let's see, guys. I'm still hopping in the chat, but yeah, big shout out to the Sabine King has now become a new member. All right. So I'm getting caught up in the chat now. Bottom Line Outdoor says, I use tournament fishing as a platform to enhance other opportunities within the industry. There you go. And so that's what I was talking about. So some people do use that as a platform, and kind of in a way that is what it has transitioned more to versus whenever it kind of first started, where it may have been a true test of who is the best angler, but I think it's kind of transitioned over to more of the business side of things. All right, so let me see. Who is this? Dale says they aren't really limiting anything when you have 30K of electronics on your boat. So Dale is like, hey, get rid of all that stuff. Let's just get back to some fishing. All right, let's see. What does DL Peck Fishing say? Where'd he go? All right, let's see. Okay, I already read that one. Shout out to Spooky Reds. All right, Spooky Reds says, I had to close my bait company because of my health, but I still have all of my stuff. I'm going to sell it all off soon. Wow. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, definitely reach out to me if you want some assistance as far as letting people know how to reach out to buy some of that stuff if that'll help you out. But yeah, good deal. But that's exactly what I was just talking about. He says because of my health. So you never know what type of health issues, financial issues somebody is going through. So whenever you see me out on the water, the reason why I pan around and show you guys the scenery and everything is because I know through people reaching out to me and saying things like, hey, it's been a while since I've been able to run in a boat like that. So as they see me running across the water, like today, you guys wanted me to go out there in that rough wind and waves. I did it for you so you could see how that ride would look. But there's people who don't get to experience that anymore. Maybe they have back problems and things like that, and they can't get out there. So I still go out there and try to put content that that you guys can enjoy. All right, let's see. Once again, big shout out to the Sabine King, a new member of the channel. All right, so Joe Winkler says, Spooky, I would rather get stuff from a guy on this channel. All right, good deal. So yeah, like I said, people are willing to support and help each other out. So yeah, I mean, if you have a link or anything like that, once you are ready to sell some of your stuff and you want some assistance with that, yeah, just feel free to hop back in the live stream and drop that information in the chat. All right, let's see. Spooky Red says, check out Do It or look online for molds. All right, let's see. All right, Joe Winkler says, yeah, I know, but like I said, support our family here. Yeah, so we always want to kind of look out for each other, make sure everybody's doing well, having a great time out on the water, especially as we get our youngins, those kids, grandkids, and everything getting out there into the outdoors. So it's always a good thing, guys. All right, let's see. I see you guys talking about a few things in the chat. All right, Joe Winkler says, battle. I really love to support the On the Water Wars. Oh, yeah. I'm going to play a clip of that, too. So for some people that aren't familiar with that, but mark your calendars. November 9th and 10th, we will be back at it again on Logan Martin, the Battle of the Anglers. And there will be 8 guys this time. So there'll be 8 of us out there going back and forth with each other, having some fun. All right, everybody shouting out the Sabine King, welcoming the Sabine King to the money team. All right, good deal. All right, and Barry, the Sabine King says, Dale, shout out to you in your 3rd place finish on Rayburn. All right, yeah, I missed that. But yeah, congratulations. Always feel free to come here and let us know how you're doing out on the lake if you have tournaments coming up or anything like that. And especially if you've had some success out on the lakes. I always want to hear about that. All right, let's see. All right, so here we go. Spooky Reds. He says, Money, this is a thought for you. What if you could promote and host your own open tournament for your subscribers and members only? Guess what, Spooky Reds? It's in the works. So I'm going to show you guys a clip. That's a good way to transition over into the clip that I'm about to show you guys. All right, so let's see. All right, still in Tennessee says, my engine blew up and a guy has had my boat for a year on the 27th trying to rebuild it. There's definitely something wrong with that. So can anybody in the chat give Still in Tennessee some advice on what you think he should do? Not necessarily that he has to do it, but what do you think about that? He says, always promising it will be ready soon. So I live through you at this time when you are fishing live. All right, so shout out to Still in Tennessee. I definitely see you in the chat when I'm out there fishing live. But hey, oh my goodness. That is not a that is it does not take a year to rebuild a motor. What kind of motor do you have? Put some details in there, and actually put in there what area you're in. Maybe there's somebody that knows a good mechanic close by you. Oh my goodness, wait a minute. Shout out to Saber Outdoors. Saber Outdoors is also a new member. Shout out to the Money Team. Those are the people that you see that have the badges next to their name. So I do some members only live streams where sometimes whenever I'm out on the lake, I come back and I will go into a lot more detail as to the baits that I was using and just different topics that maybe you guys want to know about. So big shout out to you. All right, let's see. Spooky Red says my motor was blown and rebuilt. It took over 3 months to get mine back. So yeah, it depends on how backed up those whatever marina or whoever's rebuilding it. But yeah, 1 year. I don't know about that. Joe Winkler says, Stealing, go pick up your motor and take it to a reputable repair shop. That's my sentiment too. A year, that's just completely unacceptable. No, that is definitely a no-go right there. All right, so still in Tennessee says it's a Merc 90. This guy used to work for Nashville Marine in Nashville, Tennessee. He did a good job until he got his own shop. So yeah, that is no longer a good job. Those days are over. Things change. Sometimes people change. But yeah, 1 year, I would not leave my boat someplace for a year and go back and pick it up. And it, raccoons, cats, and all kind of stuff been living in my boat. No way. No way. All right. But yeah, hopefully somebody in the chat can help you out with that. All right. We have Stephen Dorsey. Shout out to the Money Team. Welcoming Saber Outdoors. Glad to have you as a member of the channel. All right. Let's see. Fishing for Dollars says, I could do my own rebuild in a year. Yeah, I think a year's time, somebody could figure out how to take something apart and put it all back together again. Even without mechanical skills, that is a long time. But yeah, I would definitely think about going and picking that up and taking it someplace else so you can get out there on the water. Because once I start doing the subscriber lives, the subscriber tournaments like Spooky Reds was speaking about. Let's see, where's Spooky Reds? There he goes. All right, so Spooky Reds said, Money, this is a thought for you. What if you could promote and host your own open tournament for subscribers and members only? All right, so let me just share my screen real quick. And some of you may already be familiar with this, but if not, make sure you mark your calendars for November 9th and 10th, because this is what you will be witnessing, and you will be live. The same way you are watching me live right now is the same way you will be able to see me live along with 8 anglers total. Right now, we're going to be doing eight anglers. So let's just share the screen real quick and drop this down. So here we go. This is what Battle of the Anglers looks like. You will see all of the anglers on the screen. Let me just pull this up full screen so you can take a look. You'll see all the anglers on the screen as we catch the fish. We weigh those fish live. We can hear each other. We're talking to each other. You guys can obviously hear and see us, and we're reading your comments. We can hear your comments. So if somebody's out there that's doing terrible, you guys in the chat are letting us know. If there's a favorite angler that you're rooting for, you can see when he's catching fish and when he is not. This go round, we will probably have a prize for the viewer that once you pick your favorite angler and you pick the weight of that what you think that angler is going to catch for that day, that winner will have some type of monetization, some type of funding, some type of funds is what they'll win. So that's what we're working on. And also, if you guys know of any sponsorships right now, this channel is 100% sponsored by you guys, the viewers, but we are about to start expanding, and I'm going to show you why right after I show you these clips. But we're expanding. So I was waiting till I hit the 10,000 subscriber mark, but we are past that now before I went and started seeking some sponsorships and getting some things brought into the channel that I can start sharing with you guys, the viewers, especially when we do the on the water lives and you are out there guessing weights and you're winning. I want to be able to give you guys discounts on products, give you products, maybe give you gift cards, things like that. So we're definitely going to be expanding and looking for some sponsorships to be coming in. All right, so here we go. Let's just take a look. This was the Battle of the Anglers Day 2 on Logan Martin. So this is to give you a quick rundown. Now listen to how we're talking to each other and watch how we're doing as I caught this fish. It locked in at 101. 101, guys. I think you need to weigh it again.
Yeah, get that Ozempic in it, baby.
101.
Whoa.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's too close. He may have a little Ozempic in him.
101 on the Kotek.
All right, so that clip right there was just to show you guys how we catch the fish, weigh the fish. I released that fish right then. Let's see. I think I have another clip in here I want to show you too. Let's see if I found that. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at this one real quick. And remember, make sure you guys have your calendar set, marked for November 9th and November 10th. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And this channel has been growing fast. So I'm thinking we're going to have a nice size viewership. All right, so here we go. This is another episode. This was on, actually, this was on Logan Martin. This was a more recent one right here. So this was just a few months ago, but we're going back. We're going back again. So let's go ahead and take a look.
All right, got another one. Come on, don't jump, buddy. Don't jump. Oh, he tried to jump on me. All right, Chicken Hawk. I want $5 cash. I do not want a check or money order. That is cash, no check or money order.
Is he quiet? Where is he running?
Chicken Hawk.
Hey, Wimpy. Hey, Wimpy, you took a 30-minute break and you back in front. You might not need that extra 30 minutes.
Where is
No, that wasn't. That was
Hey, Wimpy.
I want 5 ones. Look
How
at
much
that
does the fish weigh? How much is the? Let me see the fish.
It weighs $5. It weighs $5.
All right, and the reason why I'm saying that fish weighs $5 is because we had a $5 wager. There was a little wager on who would catch the next fish. So this is definitely fun. You guys will be able to participate in the chat the same way I'm bringing your comments and everything up now. Sometimes we have a moderator that may, be moderating the show, bringing up your chat comments and all that good stuff. But yeah, so that's what it's about. Let's just go ahead and watch just about another minute or two.
Let me go ahead and zero this out. All right, guys, there we go. Look at that, locking in at 152.
Oh, so it was smaller than mine, but it was just if it was a fish.
No, it weighs $5. Do you see that? This fish weighs $5.
All right, so there we go, guys. So yeah, we definitely have a lot of fun with that. We have people that are viewing. You guys are sending super chats and cash apps to the guys that are fishing. Like I said, it is a great time, and we're reading your comments. So make sure you mark your calendar for November 9th and November 10th. That's when we will be back out on that lake and having a lot of fun with it. All right, so let's see. I dropped the comment. I dropped that the call-in link, but yeah, this was just going to be a kind of a quick one because I have been I've been out on the you know what? Actually, I need to show you guys one more thing. Yeah, I've been out on the water putting in a lot of work, a lot of content out there, guys. All right, so I want to show you guys something on my channel. And it's not really many of you in here now. So we're kind of a close-knit family of people right now. But I just want to give you guys kind of an idea of what we are looking at. All right, so let's see. Let's go to there. And let's go here. All right, so here we go. All right, so I want to share a few things with my YouTube family. And did I pull up the right one? All right, there we go. Let's close that out. All right, so let me share my screen. Again, this is a live show, so just bear with me real quick. All right, so Spooky Reds mentioned about having my own tournament series. Like I said, we're kind of working on that. We want to do things a little different. We want to make it fun for everyone. All right, so if you take a look, this right here is my channel, guys. All right, so here we go. This is my channel. So these numbers are growing very, very fast. So take a look right there. Do you see how many subscribers I have? 11,789, but 715 of those have came in the last 28 days. So I've kind of changed my content. And one of the reasons why I did want to have this live stream was to find out, what do you guys think? When you really break it down, what is it that makes you happy? Why is it that you are fishing? And I have kind of, been traveling that path for a few years just to kind of see what it is that really makes me happy by asking you guys that question over and over. And that's why that question that I asked earlier, for no one to say, 0% of you said that you fish for money. When I was asking that question, that number was ranked kind of high. And I think that the entire social media presence, how it has opened up things. And now we see that even on the pro side of things, that they're not necessarily making the money that people thought that they were making. So if they're not doing it, how could you be doing it? How could we be doing it? So why is it, if we're actually losing money, are we still going back and fishing? And what I have found is what you guys voted on that poll, where you said 68% of you said it is for fun, and that is why. So are you having fun with what you're doing? If you're going into it thinking that you're doing it for money, you're really not. You guys are out there doing it for fun. So knowing that, it will kind of help guide you on the path of what will make you happy whenever you are actually hitching that boat up or spending those dollars or going out there to buy that $80, $90, $100,000 boat setup. Or maybe you're just going out there buying a kayaks, putting in $500 or $100, buy a used one, or just fishing from the bank. Why is it that you're doing what you're doing? All right, shout out to, we have Saber Outdoors checking in. What's going on, sir? New member of the Money Team. How are you doing?
Hey, I am feeling very blessed today. Feeling very good. I was like, okay, I know what we're talking about because I got here late, guys. Please forgive me. Have some grace on me because I got here late. I was
All
like,
right.
what's going on? What's happening? And then I was like, okay, we're talking about money versus fun, and everyone picked fun over money. And guys,
yes,
I'm
0%. 0% of the responses were money. So money was 0%. And that was not like that before. Because I've been asking this question. If anybody's been following the channel for any length of time, I've been asking that question for probably over a year just to see. And I've noticed that money answer the percentages kept getting smaller and smaller. But now with it being 0%, that's kind of crazy. I've never heard 0% of people saying that they're fishing tournaments for money. All right. So yeah. So what do you have on your mind?
Hey, let me tell you, I got plenty on my mind, and I don't want to take up your stream with everything on it. But I'll tell you my feelings as far as money versus fun.
Mm-hmm.
Right now I am a small YouTuber, far smaller than yourself, but
Gotcha.
But I'm having fun. If I were concerned about having money off of as far as fishing for YouTube, if I were concerned with money, I'd get a second job. Right. I'm having fun. When I quit having fun, this will turn into work and I will not do it anymore.
Exactly. Yes.
Because I'm surrounded by, I've got jigs, I've got weird jigs with stuff running through them.
I've seen that before.
Yeah.
I saw that at an expo. Is that where you got that from? At an expo somewhere?
I picked this up at the Knoxville Fishing Expo, and if I were a betting man, I would say you probably picked yours up at Alabama. You probably saw it at Alabama, didn't you?
No, mine was somewhere down. I'm pretty sure I saw it in Georgia somewhere. I can't remember which one it was, but gotcha. All right.
But I'm surrounded. I've got big swim baits. I've got heads. I've got all kinds of stuff from small people, big people, but I am having fun. I am, that's the thing. I'm having fun. This is not work. This is not where I'm like, gosh, now I have to go talk about fishing with MoneyBass.
Right.
And now I have to interact with people with similar interests to me. What a pain. How awful this is. No, this is great fun. I'm doing this for free. I paid you money to watch you do your thing, my guy.
There you go. There you go.
And I
appreciate that.
And I love the community. I love that, we ain't hateful to each other for the most part. May have disagreements, but we ain't hateful to each other.
Oh yeah, it's always fun. I've had Ben Milliken and Randy Blockett both on the channel, two opposite ends of the spectrum, and we've had fun with both of them. So yeah, you don't always have to agree to still get together, hang out, and have some fun. And actually, a lot of times when I go fishing, the people that I'm fishing with, we're sitting there banging heads, going back and forth with each other the whole time. And that's kind of what that battle of the anglers is about. There's some people on there that they're handling their beefs with each other on the lake is what they're doing.
Well, I'd love to get in on that, but you all have way more money in your rigs than I do. I don't even have a way to get my rig to the lake at the moment. My truck's broke down, so I'm a bank man for sure right now.
Gotcha. Hey, we can make it all happen. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting something together, like you saw Spooky Red's comment a little earlier. So that's in the works as far as getting something put together for the subscribers, the viewers, especially the MoneyTeam members. So I'm always trying to think of things that can bring value to you guys. So yeah, I really appreciate it.
Well, I got stuff. I mean, this is something that I've come up that me and mine have come up with recently.
Okay.
We call this color bloody shad, but me and a local jig company have come up with this, and we put that red dot on there. We call that a kill shot head, and
okay,
it's like where the thing got hit. But I'm like, that's really cool and unique. And I was like, yeah, let's make that. Let's tell people about it. The jig company is named Poor Boy Jigs because we all poor boys, and
there you go.
and so forth and so on. But we just poor boys in the hills of Kentucky doing what we do. We're making all manner of jigs, everything you can think of, and other junk that no one else has thought of, because it's like, it doesn't sound like it looked pretty together. But hey, if it catches fish, I don't care how pretty it looks.
And there you go. And look, when I drop you back down, hop back in the chat. So Still in Tennessee says, Saber, I have a truck. You have a boat. Are you close?
I don't know, my guy, but my boat's just a little bathtub plastic boat. I don't know if you want to go out on my boat. If you're a big boy like me, we might sink that dude. He may be swimming with fishes. It'd be great for YouTube, but I don't know if it'd be good for my health.
There you go. Have some good content, and with both of you trying to swim back to the bank, huh? Oh man, but yeah, I really appreciate you for coming up. But yeah, definitely hop back into the chat, continue to network, because like I said, you never know. There may be somebody in your neck of the woods. You can hop on the boat with them. So that's what it's all about. Make sure you network in the chat.
Appreciate you every time I get to talk to you. Hope everything keeps going right on up the way. Keep growing, doing all the things you want to be doing, my guy.
All right. Sounds good. I really appreciate it. Shout out to Saber Outdoors. And guys, make sure that you go and check out his channel on YouTube. He's out here doing his thing. He's growing. He's putting out some great content. All right. And you are always welcome back to the channel, sir. Have a great evening.
Thank you so very much. And y'all get up here and talk to him. Let's talk about some stuff. It's fun. Do it.
All right. There we go. That was Saber Outdoors, guys. All right. So yeah, like I said, make sure you go and check out his channel. We try to support each other out here on this YouTube mission that we're on. All right. So let's see. So this is what I wanted to show you guys. So I've kind of changed my content around. And like I said, it's not really too many of you still in here. So we're kind of in an intimate setting. We have, I can share a few things with you guys. All right. So here we go. Let me bring this up. All right. So if you guys take a look, let's just look at some numbers real quick. So I've kind of changed some things. So if you take a look at the dates. And let's see. So that one, we're live now. So that has 99. But look at the date, October 8th. That was today. And you can't see my mouse, but that number right there, 33,000. That's how many people viewed from today. On the yesterday was Monday. Was yesterday Monday? Yeah. I didn't go out yesterday, but Sunday I was out there for a little bit. We had 21,000 people, and these were lives, guys. Let me just show you. So these were lives, just out there fishing and hanging out with you guys. So we have people from Finland, Ireland. Man, where else were people tuning in from? Jamaica. I'm trying to remember all of these different places. Now I'm drawing a blank. Anybody in the chat remember some of the other places? Did I already say Ireland? South Africa, Russia. Man, Canada was in the chat, but there's people from all over that have now started tuning in, and they're watching these on the water live. So they're having some fun with us out there. Joe Winkler said, yep, shout out to South Africa. Oh, yeah, there we go. Shout out to the Money Team. You guys know South Africa. We had somebody from the Congo. I think that was today. So they're telling us about their experiences. Yeah, Texas Nuke remembers Congo. Greg said Kentucky, North Carolina. Yes, sir. So yeah, we're nationwide. Looks like we're expanding out into the worldwide side of things too. So yeah, we're definitely growing. And like I said, what we're gonna start looking into is maybe start looking into some sponsorships. So that way I can bring some of that value back to you guys. But yeah, just wanted to bring that up to show you that, yeah. So we're moving, we're shaking. People are starting to notice all worldwide, guys, worldwide. And so I'm going to start doing more for the subscribers and for the memberships. So I've been doing a lot of live streams. So I've been trying to squeeze in some time to do a money team, the membership live. So maybe tomorrow I'll be back out on the water again. So maybe I can just do a few hours out tomorrow with you guys so we can do the guessing game as I'm catching the fish. I weigh those fish. You guys really have some fun with that. And I really like being able to give you guys prizes whenever somebody wins that. So people really, really like that. And the thing about that, we have people from 13 years old to 70 plus years old, all out there watching, having fun, putting their guesses in the chat. So it is a great time. So make sure you guys tune in to that. All right, so let's see. Hustle Never Sleep says, Joe Winkler, I'm down for an online tournament. Sounds fun. Let's see. Did Joe Winkler say about something about an online tournament in the chat? I'm just taking a look in here real quick. Okay, yeah, so I didn't see that one. I must have missed it. But yeah, so that's what we're working on, guys. All right, so Barry the Sabine King says, I do remember Travis Boating Center. I think there was one in Beaumont, Texas. Okay, so you guys are still helping out. Still in Tennessee, I believe. All right, so Joe Winkler says, yeah, me also just got to get money to do it. That is right. So yeah, trying to work on those sponsorships, trying to pull some things together. So I have some things in the work. So hopefully, you guys can come along for the ride. But I really, really appreciate everybody for tuning in, supporting the channel as always. Gonna go ahead and head on out. But make sure you tune in tomorrow. If you are not subscribed, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you will receive the notification to let you know what time I'm actually live out there tomorrow. I'm trying to get out there a little earlier, hopefully before 10. Maybe be out there for about 2 hours. See what we can do. See if we can get out there and catch some fish pretty quick this time. Generally it takes me about 30 minutes to an hour sometimes to go out there and find those fish and see if I can, see if I can get them to bite. But you never know. It's always fun. It's always fun. All right. So really appreciate it. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you have not already done that. Hit the subscribe button if you have not done that. And mark your calendars for November 9th and November 10th. That is when we will be live on Lake Logan Martin. We'll be out there having some fun. All right. Appreciate you guys. Really appreciate the strong support of the channel. Want to give a big shout out to the new members of the channel. We have the Sabine King, Barry the Sabine King, and Saber Outdoors. Welcome to the Money Team. All right. I will see you guys on the next live stream.